Hello, I'm here today to show you card number 2, and I've decided that you'll probably get totally bored of these, so I will only do as and when I feel like I want to, I guess, because I don't want to bore you all rigid. So I'm here to do card number 2 from the Mystique of the Magdalene Oracle deck. Where am I? Am I even on this? I can't see because of the light. The sun's glaring at me right now, and I love it, but I can't actually see what's going on. Right, so the card we've got today is another card about Sarah, actually. It's this one. Is it on the thing? I can't see how much of it you can actually see because of the way I've got to do this. Right, okay, so what I will do, same as yesterday, I hope it works. I'm not sure it will because I'm not sure what's happening with the light. But it's all an experiment, isn't it? And basically the card actually deals with just this thing, you know, like it's called An Unknown Journey, or The Unknown Journey. And it's asking us to embrace the unfamiliar, about doing what you don't know the outcome is going to be as. I didn't say that very well, did I? But it's about when you want to do something, when you feel like you've got a drive or a pull or a massive urge, you know, like a scratch you just can't, an itch you just can't scratch, I should say. And you just feel like you've got to do it. Like me with this. I feel this is my life's work, my life's path to do what I do. And that's why I read the cards, and that's why I've studied so much in the past of the left-hand path, the right-hand path, and the middle pillar. So I've been through all the extremes of spirituality. I've also been involved in religion, which we won't go into too much because I don't do religion anymore. So that is as much as I'm going to say about that. Life is about developing into a higher version of the self that you were last year, yesterday. The yesterday one is a bit hard because it's such slow going at that pace. But when you think back to who you were 10 years ago, you're not that same person. You're not the same person you were 3 years ago, because we're changing all the time. We still have seeds of things hidden in our unconscious minds that we've not yet tackled and we've not yet become released from. And these are things that can and will drag us down in life if we allow that to happen. I don't know what you're seeing here because it seems very funny, the camera, and I can see the reflection of my chest, and I'm hoping to God you've not just got my chest on. I apologise immensely if you have. I didn't mean that to happen. But okay, so basically life is a journey, and that's why you are different, a totally different person from the one you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. You might even be different from last year. And especially if you're doing shadow work and you are consciously looking at yourself to change yourself, to improve yourself, to become a better person than you know yourself to be already, because that involves getting in touch with your darker side, not as an ego, whoa, look at me, how dark I am, whoa, I can give it some welly. No, it's not like that. It's not like, oh, I can lead this because I'm dark, I've got a dark heart, I can do this. No, it's not, nothing about that whatsoever. That's the version of ego that we are working hard to move over from, to leave that behind. We can only leave that behind if we know we've got it inside us, which we all have. Every man jackass of us has all got that inside. And to be able to leave those dark parts behind, we've got to know that they're actually inside us, that they're in our unconscious mind. And that's the reason why I travelled down so many different types of path over the decades. I've always been inclined to the esoteric. My ego took me down certain paths of wanting to be just so. Well, anyway, I'm at the point now where I know I am just so, but I'm just so in the best way. I'm not egocentrical. I don't want people to be serving me. So it's nice to be helped when help's needed, which it often is, but I wouldn't dream of manipulating or cheating or, but that's because I've travelled a huge, long journey. I've still got fears. I've still got things that block me from being outside and being around people. Don't get me wrong. I am not perfect. The only way I could say I was perfect would be if my ego was speaking, and my ego is not speaking because my inner self knows I'm not perfect. I know I'm not all that. So it's a journey, like any other journey. The journey, we get on a plane and we go somewhere. We experience new things. We don't actually know what's going to come up. We don't know how the hell that's going to work out once you get there. It can be absolutely brilliant, or it can be absolutely disastrous. And I've been both sides of that. So, it's everything in life is a journey. You're going from A to B along the line of the space-time continuum. You are going from A to B. And it's the same with how you change over the years. Now, hopefully, as you change over the years, you become wiser, you become more aware of things, you become more feeling, your heart opens more. People find that, when you're bringing up your own children, it's so much work and responsibility that you make so many mistakes. But when you become a grandparent, it's a different kind of responsibility, and your heart can be much more open, and you can feel that openness every time you look at them. You can feel that just bursting out. Well, that's a different energy of love to the one you have with your own children, and that is growth. That is growth. That is the journey of growth from parenthood to grandparenthood, from child to mother, or child to father. And that's our innate drive to expand ourselves in that same way. And that is what this card is about. This card is about following your own, I honestly have no idea if you can see it, and I seriously apologise if you can't, but I might put photograph, if I can remember, with the recording so that you can see the card. That seems to be the best way because the sun is glaring in. So let me read to you about this card, and I will include the photograph when I post it. The card is called The Unknown Journey. Don't forget, none of us know where the hell we're headed. We know what we want. Well, we think we know what we want. We're never actually sure. Sometimes it's what the ego wants, and it brings us nothing but misery, that if we follow that track. That's the difference between the journeys, you know. Which journey do you take? And the subtitle is Embrace the Unfamiliar. If you feel destined to travel and share your gifts and ideas, trust in the journey. It might be a physical journey, an inner pursuit such as writing a book or acting as a guide or a teacher, or acting as a guide or a teacher. Circumstances and events will arise to make your route known. And if you can just take a minute to look back to certain situations in your life, you will be able to look in hindsight at just how bad those situations might have been at that time. But what happened is everything came to pass, didn't it? Everything sooner or later fitted into its own slots. And as humans, we're great at adjusting, but it's not just about adjusting and accepting what life throws at us. It's about being flexible and knowing when something is wrong for us and knowing when something is right for us. Too often we get stuck on the path of being the journey of being stuck doing what's wrong for us. It's not bringing us anything. It's not bringing us any joy. It's not bringing us any wisdom. So we think it's not bringing us anything. But every single experience along that path of that journey from A to B, from 10 years ago till now, from 4 years ago till now, every step of that journey has been teaching you something. And it might be that, you know, to calm yourself down, to look at where you're self-sabotaging, to understand why certain pieces are not melding together, but falling apart. It's knowing about what feels right for you and what feels wrong for you, and basically not getting stuck in the trap of fear that says, I've got to do the wrong path, I've got to do that because there's no other way to do it. Sometimes things are hard, yes, but we need to be able to be aware that there are other alternatives, other ways to be. Sometimes you have to take time out and find yourself. With me, it was Nemo, but find yourself. It's like a never-ending job while you're incarnated anyway. You know, it's a case of coming to remember what you actually came here to do. And part of that whole plan of coming here to do something is that remembering as well. So not only to grow and expand yourself from the heart, not the head. The head can be absolutely intelligent, but it can also be absolutely egotistic, and it can drag you right down to the depths of hell. Not in a literal sense. I don't believe in heaven and hell. It's all inside. For me, I believe it's all inside. We don't go to a particular place. We choose what our world is. We choose whether our world is heaven or whether our world is hell. We get to choose. We always get to choose. There's never a moment when we don't choose in one way or another. So the information or the message of this card, at the very end is, I've got no idea how long, oh, this has been longer than yesterday. I meant to make it much quicker. If you have a calling, don't ignore that spark of inspiration. That's your spirit talking to you. Or fear leaving familiar territory. In the play King Lear, Shakespeare says, "Nothing will come of nothing." This card prompts you to do something rather than nothing. You will benefit from your actions, or you will learn from them. So go out there and take your unknown journey. Like I said before, it doesn't matter what type of journey it is. It might be jumping on a train or a plane. It might be traveling around the world to learn all these new things. But along the way, what you're going to do is you're going to come across a lot of crap and a lot of brilliant stuff. And when the crap things make you feel like crap, you're going to start realizing that, gosh, yes, I like that brilliant stuff. I'm going to focus more on that. And that's part of the lesson as well. But the journey might be a soul-searching journey. So, sorry, I just got a message. A friend's been hacked. So the journey might be a soul-searching journey within, where you have to journey within. That's been my lifetime journey, pretty much. And that's why I've been having to do it on my own, with just my spirit family and my spirit team around me, and my physical family, who are also part of my soul family, of course. So anyway, I shall leave that there now. Take your journey. If you have a calling, go for it. Take that journey. If you want to write a book, go for it. It doesn't have to be successful, so long as you've done it. It doesn't have, you don't have to make millions, so long as you're doing what you're enjoying doing. If you're making podcasts, you don't have to be taking money for them, so long as you're enjoying what you're doing. So, it's all teaching you something, and it's all a blessing. So I'll say bye for now, because this is longer than yesterday and I so wanted to keep it to 10 minutes. So bye. Try and catch you tomorrow. I may or may not. Who knows? Bye.